Tennessee goes to Nashville to play the Commodores of Vanderbilt Saturday at 6 p.m. Is this a trap game or is this a revenge game? I'm going to discuss it and break it down and talk about it right after this intro. Happy Thursday. This is Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. I'm going to bring you the Tennessee Vanderbilt preview today, coming Saturday night, 6 p.m. On the SEC Network. Before getting that, just kind of preview what's coming for the week. As here in just a few minutes, I'm going to record just a post presser recap for today. Tony Vitello had his opening press conference for baseball. I'm going to preview that, and I'm going to finish my baseball preview part for the outfielders. And I know some other outlets have hit that one, but if you're looking for other parts of it, I've had part one, the pitchers, already covered that, the catchers, and the infielders as well. And then Vanderbilt recap coming Saturday right after the game. Sunday EFL review. Some good topics talking about Vols going to the Super Bowl. We have Todd Helton, Hall of Famer, first Tennessee baseball player in the Hall of Fame, only the second SEC player behind Frank Thomas to make the Hall of Fame. I thought that was a pretty interesting tidbit there. But let's get right into this. Tennessee Vanderbilt Saturday, 6 p.m. Tennessee currently 14-4, 4-1 in conference. They're a half game out of the conference lead due to one less game. Vanderbilt 5-13, 0-5 in conference right now. So currently in the series, Tennessee lost the last game last year. If you remember back to that one, Tennessee had a chance late to ice it, and Julian Phillips, instead of going in dunking, he pulled it out. Had a wide open dunk to end it, and he pulled it out. And I really think that messed with him the rest of the year. He was not the same. I don't know if that was something mentally. I don't know if it was he lost the trust of the coaches. But Vandy come back and won that game late 66-65. So that broke an 11-game winning streak for Tennessee in that series. Tennessee overwhelming in the series. They have an overwhelming domination of it. In Nashville, though, they are 45-55. So they have a chance to get one back this weekend. So just kind of look at these teams again. Talked about Vanderbilt 0-5 in conference. They've had some close games. All their games have been under 20 points. They've had a few single-digit games, but just looking at this team, looking at their size, one thing that stands out to me on it's not a very big team. You got one guy 6'9", one that's 6'10". Now, I don't know if they make a big difference on it. Their main guys are guard-oriented, which I think plays into Tennessee's hands. Looking at Vanderbilt's stats, Ezra Mannion, some of these names I'm not familiar. I'll be honest, I don't watch a ton of basketball outside of Tennessee and then what I need to look at a show, but averages 15.2 points per game, shoots about a little under 35% from three-point range, right at 47% field goals. Tyron Lawrence is their second leading scorer, 13.9 points per game, 28% 3 points, 38% from the field. Their third lit, so that's their only two double-digit scorers. Mannion's about 6 foot, Lawrence about 6'4". I like that with Tennessee. You got Sakai Ziegler to go with Mannion, and then Tyron Lawrence. I think that matches up well for either Josiah Jordan James, Jemai Meshack around the way. So your next guys, you got Van Allen Lubin. I hope I'm not wrong on these names. 9.7, Jason Rivera Torres 8.7, Evan Taylor 7.9, Colin Smith 7.1. So that's Vanderbilt's top 6 scorers. And then look at Vanderbilt's team statistics. And I'm going to compare that with Tennessee. Points per game 67.2 compared to 79.2 for Tennessee. 12-point per game difference. Field goals 39.9% for Vanderbilt. Looking at Tennessee's stats, let's see, get over here to it. Tennessee's right at 45%. Tennessee shoots 33.8 from three-point range. Vanderbilt shoots 28.3. Free throws, 70.7 for Vanderbilt. 77 for Tennessee. Rebounds, Tennessee 39.7. Vanderbilt 35.6. And then Vanderbilt averages under 10 assists per game. Tennessee is at 17.3 assists per game. Turnovers pretty equal along the way. So that, looking at Tennessee's and break down Tennessee statistics, I'm looking specifically in conference, which gives me more of a trend as to what's happening. Because for the season, Dalton Connect 18.8, Jonas Adu 12.1, Zakai Ziegler 10.2, Josiah Jordan James 9.2. That's your top four. Now, shift to conference, though. I think this is pretty interesting in how it plays out. It shows you really what has been happening. So in conference, since we've gone that, Dalton Connect 27.2 points per game, 4.8 rebounds. Jonas Adu 16.2 points per game, 8.8 rebounds, and Zakai Ziegler 15.2 points, 3.8 rebounds, and his assist during that time as well. He's averaging 6.4 per game in conference. So Ziegler's points per game and his assists per game have gone up. Right now, his steals have gone up. There's a pretty drastic drop-off after that, as you've got Vescovy at 6.2, Meshack 5.4, Awaka 4.2, Josiah Jordan James 3.8, Jordan Gainey 3.6, JP Estrella in 2 games 3.5, and Freddie DeLeon 1.8. So we see it as Tennessee shifted to conference play. It's been, since that Mississippi State game, it's been the Dalton Connect show. Ziegler and Adu are chipping in as well. So, kind of looking into it, and I asked the question at the beginning, revenge game or trap game. I look at those Vanderbilt statistics. I look at who's doing the scoring for them. I like Tennessee big on Saturday. I like this matchup. If I'm Rick Barnes, I am licking my chops at this one. Nothing about this Vanderbilt team. And I know it's at Vanderbilt. I know Tennessee has a losing record there historically. 0-5, 5-13. This is a team not playing good basketball. Maybe they're playing better at this point. But you know what? Tennessee's playing good basketball too as well. And I know the last 2 games were at home, where Tennessee's 10-0 on the season. They're 4 losses, 2 of them on the road, 2 of them neutral. But sometimes it just is what it is. Talent is what it is. This Tennessee team is much better. This team match it with Vandy not being a big team. Jonas Adu, I expect big things out of him. I expect big things out of Awaka when he comes in. Dalton Connect again. Zakai Ziegler, I put him on my cover photo on here. That's been your road warriors. Okay, I expect those guys to do their thing again. I expect Tennessee big Saturday. I expect Tennessee to win big. Will Tennessee have a slip up at some point? Possibly. You get midweek South Carolina, who just come off of a big win at Kentucky. That's going to be in the Food City Center, Food City at Thompson Bowling. Next weekend, you're at Kentucky. So, that's Rupp Arena is never easy to play in. It doesn't matter how good or bad Kentucky is. Of course, Kentucky's rarely ever bad, but, by their standards, sometimes they are. I don't expect that slip up this weekend. So to answer my own question on that, trap game or revenge, I expect full revenge this weekend. I expect this game to be comfortable late. I'm going to go with Tennessee 90, Vanderbilt 65. I'm expecting blowout city this weekend. Then we'll shift into midweek South Carolina and then get ready for the big one next Saturday. Saturday night primetime, I would not be surprised. Now, I don't know if it shifts after Kentucky's lost to South Carolina, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a college game day there. But I'll be coming at you with the recap Saturday night right after the game. I'll get it recorded and get it released at that time. Baseball stuff, I'm going to record here in just a few minutes and release the Tony Vitello, my recap on his presser. There was some interesting stuff in there today. Outfielders preview again, but like always, guys, thank you for your support. It's awesome. It's been awesome so far. This thing's ahead of pace right now. Let's keep it rolling. and keep rocking and rolling. But my name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Happy Thursday. Enjoy your evening. And as always, go Vols.